everybody. It is Sunday night, live, self-care Sunday even. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Sunday night? I'm so excited to bring you here on the road. Tell me about your day and what you are grateful for. That is what I want to know. I want to know what is making you happy this Sunday and what you are grateful for. As we start a new week, week 90 and 91, I want to know what is making you excited in your world this Sunday night. Tell me about it. I can't believe what a great day, what a great weekend we had. But what is happening in your world this Sunday night? As we kick off week 90, 91. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's week 90, 91. Can you? Can you believe it? On this Sunday night? I can't believe it. Everybody, we are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube tonight. Any problems with Facebook, just tell us. Hop right on over to the YouTube. Cassandra's got the link in the show comments. Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle and the Pets of Resale. It is treat time. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Great to have you here. Did I see Florida Angie on there too? Great to have you all here. Tell me about your world and what you are grateful for. That is what we want to know. As we kick off week 90 and 91. Week 90, 91 tonight on the 12th of December, 2021. The month, we are just sailing through it. We are sailing through it. We're almost halfway there. Almost to the halfway point this month already. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? What a crazy weekend we had. We had a crazy weekend this weekend. We had storms run through on Saturday, knockout power, but still made it through a strong Saturday. We, the storm skies cleared. We got power back. The power company was amazing getting our power restored. So I am thankful for them. It is a little warmer where I am today. The place that I am working is a little bit warmer than where I left. So you caught me on that, Kitty. Hey, Michelle, it is great to have you here live. I hope all is great with you in Virginia. I like, I'm a fair weather guy. So you did text me that it is a little warmer than up north. Although technically the temperature rose up north yesterday, but the way the wind and the storms came through, it sure didn't feel it. It sure didn't feel it. But yes, I made it to a slightly warmer climate to help people work on their business. Work on business. It is something I love doing. You know I love working on your business, working and making that better, taking your business to the next level. When you get the focus in, when you get to focus in on your business and take it up to the next level, it's very gratifying. It's very gratifying, and like I've told you, we have to level up again. We have to lift up to the next level in the next 18 months. We can't stay where we are because we will be behind. We will be behind. And so we have to level up. We have to level up. And that's what we're going to continue to do as we work our way through this, because the pandemic's effects on the economy are not over. They're not over on you, but you are stronger and you are more adaptable. Oh my God. I have heard about the tornadoes. I'm so thankful your son-in-law is safe. And it has been, it is awful, the devastation. I pray for the health and safety of all. Things can be replaced, but we can't replace people. And it is a tremendously, tornadoes are nature, a very scary part of nature, a very scary part of nature. Um, but I am thankful to hear that he is safe, and that is something to be very grateful for. Um, I hadn't, I had heard, different areas. I haven't had the time to watch a lot of news but I didn't realize that it hit that area of St. Louis. So or outside of St. Louis where your son-in-law is. So I'm glad to hear that he is safe. That is very scary to me. Uh, but it also goes to show in this world you are only this many steps away. That 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon that we all are is from the tragedy to know people that are affected by it is huge. I did forget. I apologize, folks. In packing for my trip in my own, I forgot the Good Morning Good Night book tonight. I did forget the Good Morning Good Night book, so I can't kick us off with that tonight. I'll give you 2 Good Morning Good Nights when I am back on Wednesday. When I am back, well, I'll be back before Wednesday. But when I am back in the office on Wednesday, I will have the Good Morning Good Night book, and I will not forget it. I can't believe, because usually even I print one off when I am delayed or away, and I'm like, oh shoot, I was just getting ready to open it up, and I'm like, I don't have it in my briefcase. I don't have the Good Morning Good Night book in my briefcase. But you know what I do have that you better get ready for? I have this week's trivia, Adele. So everybody get your trivia hat on this week because I do have that with me tonight. But first, what I have is a quote from our friend Simon. Our friend Simon, I have a quote from him tonight. And tonight he's talking about marketing. Good marketing speaks to us. Bad marketing speaks at us. Good marketing speaks to us. Bad marketing speaks at us. Isn't that the truth? Okay, I mean, when you see that ad, when you see that connection, okay, and when that sparks to you, and it creates a, you can come up with a tearjerker ad that makes a connection with you, okay? Whether it's a Budweiser with one of the dogs in it, or I think of last year's Kohl's back to school ad, which was really community and delivering, and the girl did the hopscotch thing on the sidewalk, and the delivery man was bringing the Kohl's box and had that. It creates a connection. When your marketing creates a connection, that is incredibly important. And I'm going to give you another thought on that that I hadn't planned on, tonight. But his point is well taken. And as part of the project I was working on for the SBA, one of the things I was working on was redefining marketing. Okay. One of the things I had to look at marketing from a different perspective, because for the SBA, part of what I was working on for this class that I was doing spoke to both business to consumer facing businesses. The people tuning in tonight are mostly business to consumer facing businesses, business to business businesses. So businesses selling to other businesses, like your software company provides software to you. That's a business to business. And I was also working in this class from a B2G perspective. Okay, a B2G perspective. Okay, and B2G is business to government. And people think of that as very different, although, and it is different. Okay, marketing business to government is different, okay? But there are many traits that transcend all three types of marketing. But so often we think of marketing, and I want to leave you with this part of it, okay? I want to leave you with this part of it, okay? Is that you, especially in retail, you think of marketing as all your advertising. You know, you think of it as your Facebook ads and your Facebook posts and anything you, all the ads you run, okay? You may even think of it as your bag stuffers or postcards you mail to your customers if you do that, or things like that. And that you think of, or if you do radio ads, you think of that as marketing. But I'm going to give you something to chew on. I want you to chew on. Because I kicked marketing up a notch as part of this class, developing this for the class. And that marketing is not advertising. Marketing is all of your external communication. Marketing is all of your external communication. Everything you do outside to communicate outside of your business is marketing. Marketing you could think of as your sign. Marketing is your shirt with your logo on it. Marketing is your hat. Marketing is your car. Marketing is the way your team presents themselves. It's the way they answer the phone. Everything external to your business, okay, that you're not talking about internally, just in the back room. Everything that goes external, your business cards, your everything is marketing. And so how do you take that and how do you work with that? So think about that as a different thing. I hadn't planned on talking about that tonight, but it came to me as I was reading Simon's quote about good marketing speaks to us and bad marketing speaks at us. So think about that. Yes, absolutely, Kitty. The service you provide in your store is absolutely marketing because it is external. The services you provide is absolutely marketing. Absolutely. That is a great example. That is a great example. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, I found in the dredges of my briefcase, I found my spare good morning, good night sheet that I keep in there for times like when I'm stuck at the warehouse or I'm stuck someplace else. And since I'm stuck on the road, I've got my good morning, good night book on page 94. On page 94. So we're not without our good morning, good night. Our good morning tonight is good morning in your corner, even in the roundest of rooms. On your side, even if it makes the seesaw kind of boring. There you go, folks. There is your good morning. All right, I promised trivia. And I have got, this is a good one. I think I even remember the answer. Do you have your thinking cap on? Okay, for our weekly trivia. Only one of these stories that I'm going to give you is fake. The other three are real. Can you spot the fake story this week? Story number 1, the shopping bag finally cracked the top 10 of the world's most used emojis. Story number 2, a cannabis company in Massachusetts baked the world's largest pot brownie, weighing a whopping 850 pounds. Number 3, Oreo Thins and Barefoot Wine have joined together to release a red wine that includes hints of cookies and cream. A&W, story number 4, A&W is foregoing a star-studded partnership in an anti-celebrity meal campaign, instead featuring its own workers. So which of those stories is the fake story this week? Is it the shopping bag finally cracked the top 10 of the world's most used emojis? Did a cannabis company in Massachusetts bake the world's largest pop brownie, weighing a whopping 850 pounds? Are Oreo Thins and Barefoot's Wines, have they joined together to release a red wine that includes hints of cookies and cream? Or did A&W forego a star-studded partnership and create an anti-celeb meal, instead featuring its own workers? Which of those is the fake story? Only one of them is fake. The rest of them are real this week. The rest of them are real. Can you figure out which one it is? All right. What should I grab from my Disney lessons? What should I grab? Oh. Number 2, that's a huge brownie. Hey, what do you think? Number 2, hey, Rose, how are you? You think big things are only limited to Texas? The wine one is fake. You guys. Let's see. So you got number Y. The wine one is fake. Which one? Oreo Thins and Barefoot Wine have joined together to release a red wine that includes hints of cookies and cream? No, that is true. They have joined together. You can get a red wine between Barefoot Wines and Oreo. You can get that red wine. Michelle, go next door. Get that wine. That is your Wine Down Thursday. Okay? This week. Your wine is picked for you. Go next door and get your wine. And Rose and a huge brownie. That Massachusetts can build big things too. That is true too. So a cannabis company in Massachusetts has baked the world's largest pop brownie, weighing a whopping 850 pounds. And I'm going to share a story on that in a minute. I'm going to share another part of that in a minute. I don't have part of the brownie with me. I have a cookie, but I don't have a brownie. Not a pop cookie. I'm going to get myself in trouble. I don't even have an Oreo, okay? But I have a cookie, but it doesn't have pot in it. So that leaves us with either the shopping bag finally cracked the top 10 of the world's most used emojis, or A&W is foregoing a star-studded partnership to create anti-celeb meals instead, featuring its own workers. That's a lot of stoners enjoying that brownie. Well, we have, Massachusetts. It's probably my employees, Rose. It's probably my employees having that brownie. They probably had it at lunch today. They probably had it at work. So one of the remaining 2 stories is fake. One of those remaining 2 stories is fake on there. But I've got an interesting, yes, the sad part is it's probably true, Michelle. The sad part isn't that I just did that on the fly. The sad part is that's probably true, because that's the way things roll. That is the way things roll. And that's okay. It's legal in Massachusetts. But I'm gonna share in a second here with you the interesting government fact that I learned in Massachusetts with it, because it's so strange it's true. It's so strange it's true. Kitty has some of those too. They probably called in sick to you and took a road trip to Massachusetts when they heard that was being made. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. with it. And if it's not my employees, it's probably an ex-employee that is there, because I have a couple of ex-employees that work for a cannabis company in Massachusetts. So I don't know if it's the one that made the brownie, but you never know. It probably, with my luck, it probably is. So no guesses out of the last two? No guesses out of the last two of which one is fake? I was surprised at this one. But, what have I got here? Number 4 is fake. No kidding. A&W is forgoing. They are doing the anti-McDonald's. McDonald's has been making a killing with their celebrity meals, and their Christmas meal collection is Mariah Carey, and they have been making a killing with that. And A&W instead is doing their employees. Is doing their employees. So that makes this week's fake story the shopping bag. The shopping bag emoji has not cracked the world's top 10 of the most used emojis. The leading is the crying laughing emoji, is the leading emoji being used. The leading emoji being used is the crying laughing emoji, if I'm doing that correctly. That is the leading emoji right now. Not the shopping bag. So that is your fake story this week. That was a tough one. When I first saw it, even when I resaw it, I was like, I thought for sure that was true. I thought that was a perfect, post Black Friday, we're in the holiday feel here. I thought for sure that is true, but it is not. It is your fake story of the week. All right, but one other side note, because I just learned this a couple weeks ago in Massachusetts with the pot industry, and I may be using my terms slightly wrong, but basically in the cannabis industry, that's what they like to call it. It sounds more professional than calling it pot. Okay, the cannabis industry has 3 levels of sale. Okay, it has or 3 business entities. You have the cultivator, you have I may be screwing up these terms slightly. You have the cultivator, the grower, the cultivator, and the retailer. Is that right? Something like that. You have 3 levels. And in Massachusetts, under Massachusetts law, they can't be the same company. Your grower, the cultivator, and the retailer cannot be the same company. They can be owned by the same entity, but they have to be separate companies. And each time the product moves from grower to cultivator, and cultivator to retailer, and retailer to customer, it has to be sold. So even if you are ultimately the same company, the grower has to sell it to the cultivator has to sell it to the retailer, and the retailer has to sell it to the customer. And each time that happens, the city where this is happening in gets 3% of the sale. And it can't be like a penny transfer. It has to be real market value. So not only does the price go up each transaction, but the city government gets a cut of it each way through. I mean, if you want to talk about a hack or that we're all in the wrong business, city government taxing cannabis is a racket. Which is why the federal government's going to get involved in it at some point, and all of them know it. And the city is like, yeah, we're trying to make hay while we can because we know this will go away. When the feds get involved, this will go away. So I was looking at my book of lessons from Disney. I have told you I am going to continue to share with you lessons that I gleaned from our trip to Disney, because when I'm traveling, I am constantly looking at ways to level up, ways that I can take that next step in my business, to be more focused, to make our business more amazing for our customers and our team. I am always looking forward. Okay, and so that brings me to the next lesson from Disney tonight, and that I wanted to talk about. And we have been, as many of you throughout the years, to Disney more than once. Okay, and I know some kids have never been to Disney, and some people have never been to Disney, and that's okay. I'm not trying to be I am special because I have been to Disney more than once. I'm trying to talk about it because, that's something that we've prioritized in our lives. That's something that is important. Well, it's really become important to Rebecca. It's become, Disney wants to be the happiest place on earth, or recognized as that. And for Rebecca, it is her happy place. I mean, she is incredibly happy there, and so we like to see her at that and find her happiness. But one of the amazing things, as part of the magic of Disney, it is that they are constantly, and this is so important as we look to level up next year. Okay, as you think about where you are and where you're going, okay, on this path. Okay, take a lesson from Disney. They got a lot of money. They're spending a lot of money doing, giving you this lesson. Okay, they are constantly reinventing themselves. They are constantly looking at their world, okay, and saying, how do I make this better? How do we make this part of our environment better? How do we make our guest experience better? How do we reimagine? Okay, our whole world is to immerse people in their imagination. How do we make that better? Okay, and it goes beyond the big stuff. People talk about the big stuff like the new Star Wars, and I'm screwing up the names of it. So don't send me messages that, Neil, you called the Star Wars experience the wrong thing. Okay, Rebecca, if you're listening, don't send me messages that I'm calling it the wrong thing. Okay, Dad, you called it the wrong thing. Well, yeah, I know. Okay, I acknowledge that names is not my thing, but it goes beyond the big stuff. So people look at that big stuff, but it's really the smaller things. It is the guest experience. It is the what is accessible at the store. It's how you connect with Disney through their app. It is how you connect when you get on their website. It is what happens when you arrive. What happens when you walk into every store throughout Disney to have a seamless experience, whether in person, online, in store. It is their restaurant ordering to make it faster. Okay, how do you not wait in line? Okay, and how do you use their QR codes to order from your restaurant so your meal is ready for you, so you're not waiting? It is how do they make that and keep that going? And part of that comes not just from great imagination, okay? It is a culture of imagination. It is a culture of reimagining and an endless pursuit of we can be better. We can serve our customers better, okay? To Buzz Lightyear it is to infinity and beyond, okay? It is not a finite game. Our imagination is not finite. Our ability to serve our customers and amaze them in new ways is not finite, and neither is yours. I've had several of you reach out to me since I said, you got to level up again. Okay, you got to take that next step. And next year, we are going to walk a path. We are going to walk a path hand in hand, and we are going to level up again. And some of you are like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. It comes from a infinite mindset. Okay, to take from Buzz Lightyear, it is infinite. Okay, your possibilities, your store, your ability to serve your customers in new ways is infinite, even if you haven't thought of that possibility yet. It is out there in the cosmos. The ability to do it, the ability to change is out there. And that is what makes Disney special each and every time you go. And you don't even, you just have to be in that area to feel the magic. Okay, you can be at their free things. You can go to their, it's not downtown Disney anymore. What is that called? Disney Springs, which is their shopping district. Disney Springs. It used to be downtown Disney many, many moons ago. Disney Springs, okay, which is their shopping district, a complete free and open area of shops and restaurants and things. And you can feel the change. You can feel them reinvent. And they look at how we make this better each and every time. It's not just the magic of the holiday season and having fake snowfall. It is what do they do to make that different for you? So as you look forward, as we get ready in just a few short weeks to tear off that Enterprise Bank calendar, to tear off your calendar, to say goodbye to 2021, to say goodbye 2021, and open our hearts to the blessings of 2022. Open your heart to the blessing of 2022. You have the opportunity to step up and focus, on your business in new ways, okay? And to connect in ways that you haven't even thought about before. To serve your customers in a different way, to help them differently than you did last January. And each of you, as you look at your business, will look at that in a different way. You'll come to it from a different starting point. But ask your cast members, ask your customers how you can serve them differently. What have you heard in your store? What have your team members, ask your team members for one idea of something you can do differently in 2022. One idea. And don't say, I'm not going to ask the new girl. Ask the new girl. Ask the new guy if you got one. What's one thing you can do differently in 2022? Because the answers will surprise and amaze you and likely inspire you. Those ideas, okay, from the people closest to it will inspire you. You may not take that idea and run with it exactly as they say it, but you will be inspired to be different. You will be inspired to be better. You will be inspired to reinvent yourself again. The new year creates a new opportunity to reinvent yourself. What will be the new you? The new you. The new you this January. Will it be the same old, same old? Don't let it be the same old, same old. Take a lesson from our friends at Disney. They have spent gazillions, not just millions, they've spent gazillions, okay, perfecting the art of reinvention, perfecting the art of being new, piquing your mind and your interest. Take that and run with it. Take that and run with it. Embrace it. Own it. The wheels are spinning. I love it. Take it, embrace it, own it, and constantly reinvent yourself. And there is no better time to do it than the flip of a calendar. You just spelled it. You just spelled gazillions, Michelle. But you don't have to spell it to take advantage of it. This is an opportunity. This is where I take lessons that I've learned, okay, and I'm inspired by. You got to keep in mind, I had no phone, and now I have to try and sleep. Yes, You got to keep in mind when I'm dragging myself, I went through Disney with no phone, no note taking, no anything. But I would get back to my hotel room and I would start writing these notes on my pad, so that I could bring these lessons back. Okay, and so you have these lessons. It's like I'm putting my magic ears on tonight, and you have these lessons from me at Disney. And we're going to continue to explore it because you can reinvent it. You don't have to reinvent everything every time, but what can you build on as you go to infinity and beyond? You know what else? This video and everything I talk about, goes over to narcs.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, all the files, all the links, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can. Do I have anything to ring? I don't have a ring. To knock, okay? That bell, so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody make it to the other side. Yes, we can. Hey, everybody, I'm here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish. More 8 Than Ish every Sunday and Wednesday. But if you have a question in between, you, just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's where we start. If you were not here at the top of the program, our Good Morning Tonight from the traveling section of the Good Morning, Good Night book is on page 94. Good morning, in your corner, even in the roundest of rooms. On your side, even if it makes this seesaw kind of boring. Our good night tonight is good night, holding your hand, even if it's sticky from jelly or honey, on your team, even when you're playing solitaire. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams, and I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. A New Year's Eve party where we're going to drop the bell and ring in the new year and see what you have changed, how you have reinvented yourself in 2022. We will see that. We will party in person again. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you on Wednesday. It's time for dessert.